Hi. So we will now discuss some student-centered methods and techniques for the students to be active in the classroom. Number 1. Group work. A group of students who come together for the same purpose to solve a problem is called a group. Group work involves different methods such as seminars, symposia, conferences, and workshops. But why do we use group work in the classroom? Well, group work helps students develop the habit of expression. It develops skills such as listening to others and explaining what they are saying. Given the importance of group work above, we can use group work as a part of student-centered teaching. Collaborative learning methods. Collaborative learning is a successful teaching strategy in which small teams, including students with every ability, use various learning activities to improve their understanding of the subject. Collaborative learning is an umbrella term for a variety of educational approaches involving a joint intellectual effort by students or students and teachers together. Usually, students are working in groups of 2 or more, mutually searching for understanding, solutions, or meanings, or creating a product. Collaborative learning activities vary widely, but most center on students' exploration or application of the course material, not simply the teacher's presentation or explanation of it. But why do we use the collaborative learning methods for students? The answer to this question is, students actively participate in learning to achieve positive high goals. Awareness of self-study, that is, the awareness that we can study by ourselves. Students get the opportunity to create knowledge without taking knowledge only from the teachers and students. Cooperation and tolerance develop emotionally among the students. Coming to the role-playing methods. The role-playing method is an educational method in which students spontaneously discuss the problem of human relations and other participating students observe their role and analyze the problem based on observers. Role-playing is a discussion technique in which issues are discussed or a group can be maximized by showing an example of a concept. Why do we use role-playing method for students? Students are always learning by imitating adults while observing their friends or families. Role-playing is an imitation of the events that have taken place and the student learns something from such an event. So it is important to give the students such an opportunity. A role-playing system gives students the freedom to make decisions, and that is decision-making develops. And that is why decision-making ability develops. Students get feedback from supervising students and teachers, and it is used to improve the role. Role-playing practices provide opportunities for students to interact with each other, so there is room for improvement in students' action, and that is how it is developed. It is possible to exchange knowledge in a role-playing system. Class teachers are also recognizing their abilities, and this adds to the development. Okay. The following steps are considered in the dramatization method of the role-playing teaching methods. Number 1. Introduction of content. Number 2. Preparation of content. Number 3. It is possible to exchange knowledge in a role-playing system. Class teachers are also recognizing their abilities to the students, so this adds to the development. The following steps are considered in the dramatization method or the role-playing teaching methods. Number 1. Introduction of the content. Number 2. Preparation of content. Number 3. Drama presentation. Number 4. Discussion. And number 5. Conclusion. Coming to the problem-solving method. The ability to solve problems effectively and on time without any difficulty is the problem-solving method. This includes identifying and defining the problem, creating the options, evaluating the best choice, and implementing the chosen solution. Some steps in problem-solving methods are: Number 1. Define the problem. Number 2. Generate alternative solutions. Number 3. Evaluate and select an alternative. And number 4. Implement. Why do we use problem-solving methods in the classroom? This is a very simple method. If you want to find the answer to a problem in this method, it is used. This method is flexible. In this method, many solutions are found for a problem. This is an effective method to find the problem. Logical thinking has to be done while using this method. So, the logical thinking method is developed. The problem-solving method seems to give more importance to reasoning. We argue about any problem and try to solve it based on logic. The problem-solving method is student-focused, and this method can help in increasing the creativity of students. 10 to 25 individuals work together as a group with a common interest or common goal in mind. This is a workshop. What is the benefit of the workshops? Workshop can be used perfectly to achieve the highest cognitive and actionable goals. Workshops can be used for developing perceptions of students. Working in the workshops develops the skills in the student. Workshops are expected to develop professional development and efficiency. Such workshops are used in medical science, and such workshops can be used to develop educational tools for students. Computer assistance learning. Computer assisted learning (CAL) is called. Teaching is done using mobile phones and content stored on DVDs as well as other web contents. What are the benefits of CAL? Number 1. Multitasking is a big advantage of computers. The computers can perform many tasks at the same time, and that is why computer completes the mathematical process in a few seconds. Another feature of a computer is its speed. The computer presents the information you need in a matter of moments. But now we can get any information in a moment based on the computer. Accuracy is also a feature of the computers. If you give proper instructions to the computer finds accurate information and thus improves the learning speed of the students. Accuracy is the main property of a computer. The computer makes the least mistakes. The computer works as we instruct. So you can say that accuracy is a property of the computers. Only if we make a mistake, the computers put the wrong facts in front of us. Security is a property of computer. No matter how much stored information we can store to the computer, it does not happen like books or notebooks were torn over time. Brainstorming. This method is used widely in areas where innovation or development is needed. Around 5 to 10 people are involved in this method. All individuals are introduced to the chosen problem and then given 2 to 3 days to think about it. Repeatedly, this meeting or process is called brainstorming. They are intended to reduce the social hang-ups that occur in the groups and stimulate the generation of new ideas. The 4 rules of brainstorming are: Number 1. Focus on the quantity. This focus on the quantity rule is a means of enhancing divergent production. Number 2. No criticism. By suspending judgment, one creates a supportive atmosphere where participants feel free to generate unusual ideas. Encourage wild ideas. Unusual and wild ideas should be welcomed and encouraged. These may open new ways of thinking and provide better solutions than the regular ideas. Combine and improve ideas. Good ideas can be combined to form a single very good idea. If you want to be active in the classroom, you have to adopt a student-centered approach to learning. Students can build their knowledge and therefore need to be given opportunities. Child-centered teaching methods also need to be adapted to the needs or preferences of the children. So it is necessary to create a curriculum adapted to the needs of the children. Adequate time should be made available for a group work. Flexibility should be maintained while planning in the schedule. This means that the principal as well as the headmaster have a great responsibility as a team leader for the implementation of student-centered education. The role-playing method is a student-centered approach in which more than one student participates in a problem-solving approach. The headmaster must consider this method and provide educational facilities. For example, if the classroom is large, there is a plan for lighting in the classroom. It is easy to handle the classroom and it is necessary to appoint a person as a helper. Then the teacher will implement this method during teaching. Workshop should be conducted if a student wants to be active. Principal to make the material available to student and teacher. Therefore, the possibility of spending a lot on the purchase of materials cannot be ruled out. and therefore the headmaster or principal as a team leader should make provision for the purchase of materials in the school. As a team leader, the headmaster must make provision for the purchase and maintenance of the computer in the school. Even if the computer and the computer room are made available in the school, if the teachers are not properly trained, the computer room will not be of any use, and it will be the responsibility of the headmaster to train the teachers as a team leader. I hope you will use the student-centered teaching method in your schools or college. Thank you.